So we didn't get Jimmy's thoughts. So Jimmy, the rumblings are just that Henry wouldn't be adverse to being considered for the Canada job, right? He might have some interest there. That's what it is. We have no idea whether there's been a formal approach. I haven't heard that. But he wouldn't be necessarily turned off by the possibility. Would Thierry Henry be a fit for Canada?
I think with his, I think his name would draw an awful lot of attention. I think a lot of people would be very, very interested in that, seeing Thierry Henry as a manager of Canada. He does have international experience, but as assistant coach with Belgium. But his club football, I don't think was the best either, though, right? When he was at Monaco, he was only there for about a year. Then he went to Montreal. He did okay, not that great. Had some issues, ended up picking up and leaving. So I don't know football-wise if he's the right guy for the international job here, because I think this is such an important and vital time for Canada soccer that when we do bring a manager in, it's got to be the best manager available that's going to bring us success, simply because we've got the World Cup and we want to put a good show on, and we want to make sure that the pieces are in place for success. And it's not a time right now to get a manager that's not proven at international level for me.
How about Jurgen Klopp? Let's start a rumor. Jurgen Klopp. He's going to have a couple months off, and then he's going to take the Canada job in 26, and then he's going to go to Bayern Munich after that.
Yeah. And he could live in Kitchener, right? There's lots of Germans out there.
Yeah, and get really good beer again. Canada's a great beer country.
Great beer country.
Right. Yeah.
There's a lot of reasons why he'd say yes, isn't there?
No one would know who he is. Sorry.
Top reason so far is there's a great German contingent in Kitchener and good beer. He's coming.
I think you may have forgotten Alphonso Davies plays in Germany.
Yeah. And complete and utter anonymity in Canada. Right? Who is that guy? Oh, he's the guy who drinks beer at the Loblaws.
Yeah. and got great teeth.
Yeah.
No, I mean, back to Henry. I mean, that'll be the Hollywood signing, right? And is it the right signing? I have no idea how it'll work out, but obviously we get a lot of eyeballs on Canada. I also heard that Bobby Simeoniotis is very much a serious candidate for this job still, and a number of players within Canada have actually campaigned on his behalf to Canada Soccer, saying he's the right guy. He has experience, don't forget, through Sigma with some important players, Tajon Buchanan, Kyle Larin. They know him really well. Very respected guy. So do you want the guy that would be a long-term hire, right? A Bobby Simeoniotis. Whereas Henry would be a short-term hire, you would think. But with the World Cup just around the corner, this glitz and glam, this biggest event in the world, do you want the Hollywood signing or do you want the long-term planner? Let's be honest, for Canadian football, the long-term planner makes more sense. But I also see how you can be lured into the other side, Dubs.
Yeah, you want stability. You want somebody with credibility, somebody who has experience, somebody who's proven. But I don't think you just want the flash and the glitz, and then that will die out awfully quick. Sure, it might bring eyeballs and attention to Canada soccer, but it also brings attention to Canada soccer for all of its kind of warts and foibles, right? So I think you bring somebody in who is going to be maybe the first of a number of hirings to really create stability throughout the organization, not just with the men's team.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I think Bobby, I like his path. I like what he's done, where he's worked with the youth. He understands how important it is to get the to get the youth and development right, and give the resources to make these young players successful to get to that next level and become professionals, play for your international team. But that's why I think it's important when you get a guy like Bobby in, it's not solely just going to be on the men's team. I think he'll overlook everything with the development of the youth and making sure that the U15s, boys and girls, are right, the 17s are right, the 20s are right, the methodology behind it's all correct. Whereas I think if you had an Henry, he's going to focus on the men's team, that's it. And then it could be one of those where he's using this as a stepping stone. and he comes in here and maybe he's only here for a year, 2 years, and it's like, okay, I'm going on to my next project. Where I think if you got an individual like Bobby, I think he's here for the long haul in that position.
Yeah, you redefine the way the game is developed here in Canada. There's not even a TD right now, is there? The national level?
No.
Since Jason DeVos left?
No.
Another big hole sitting there waiting to be filled by someone, right?
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of big holes.
It's a one big black hole.
Yeah, one big black hole. Everything's being sucked into it.
One big black hole rife for analytics.
Well,
yes.
whoever
You
it
beat
is,
me to it, Dubs. You beat me to it.
That's a terrible thing. I'm off to
I
a
know.
4-star today. Beat Wonger to the punch.
It's like throwing a sausage down Yonge Street.
Sorry, Craig, you were saying?
Sorry, Forrest.
sorry, I was just thinking of the sausage going down Yonge Street. A little dirty Yonge Street.
It is a little bit filthy, yeah.
Yeah, dirty around the edges.
Mhm.
Big street.
Hey, beggars can't be choosers.
Yeah.
But listen, if Mauro Biello and Canada like take care of Trinidad and Tobago, right, which is more than possible, and then he takes them into Copa America, Mauro is still very much a legitimate candidate as well, right? So no one's dismissing that either, but it's going to be an interesting few months. But Thomas Tuchel's available apparently as well. So hey, another name to throw in the hat there. Maybe he wants to get into international management.